Hi everyone, we're team number 2 and I'm Rafael Serrano Campos and my teammate is Mario Gonzalez. We're going to talk about continuous and compound interest. So here, to start with, we have the principal equation that you have to develop. So first I'm going to explain each thing, what does it mean. So here, A, it's always going to be your amount per time. B, it's going to be your principal unit. We have here the number E. All this is going to be to the interest rate and times time. So here we can see that we just substituted 5,500 because that was our principal investment. So here we leave the E like that because it's already implicit that it's going to be 2.7. Then here our rate, I'm talking about when our rate it's going to be 6%, so that means that it's going to be 0.06, and our time it's going to be 24 and 12. Okay, but I'm going to explain that later. We can see here that our time is always going to be our x intersections. And so, I'm going to explain first this point, 0,5500. That means this one was our first investment. So we can see that there's no progress in time, but it is in the amount of money. And here it's 12,3353.82. So that means that this is gonna be our progress after 1 year. Here we have 24, and that's gonna be after developing this equation with 24 as our time. So first I'm gonna graph so you can see our progress throughout the months. You have it. Okay, so the way we're gonna get this value right here, it's that we're gonna substitute all these values as we did here, but here in time we're gonna substitute time for 24, and we're gonna develop everything. We're gonna do the math equations, and we're gonna find out that this value is gonna be 27,434.52, and that'll be our results, and that's basically it. Thanks.
Okay, continuing what Rafa said, this is now the semi-annual interest. This is kind of special because it uses a different equation. This equation is the compound interest, not the continually, the compound interest. This has as variables, or A, that is our total amount, P, that is your principal unit or your initial unit, R, that is your interest rate, N, that is the number of periods that you want to stop and restart the interest rate, and T is the time that will always be your X. In this axis we have our X that will be always mensual. And now if we graph this, it will stay like this. Now we have here our point 6,500. Sorry. Now this is because 6,500 is our principal unit or your y-axis coordinate. Now, if we have here the formula, here is our interest, here is our principal, or number of periods, and or 2t, that it is the number of periods per time. Now this stays intact. Why? Because it's our separate value. Now this value is elevated to this. Now if we have t is equal to 0, in this amount of periods, it's elevated to the 0, which is 1. 6,500 per 1, this. Now we got a problem that is saying a man invests this quantity in a bank for 2 years. Now we have this quantity, it's it's $26,829. Here it is. Now we give this new value to this, which is why is monthly this. Now we have 24 months. This is how we got the value. We checked it's correct, and now it's basically how it is the compound interest.